Hey guys, Rob Stanson with TISP Research and Development. Um, you see, I got Helmet of Salvation on. The funny thing is crazy. Um, in this program and in society as a whole, uh, the answers either underneath our freaking nose all the time, and you won't notice it until you bring it down, slow it down a little bit. We're in the rat race, but what they're trying to do is, you know, end of all progress. You know, um, they're trying to just cut us down um, because they have gotten into the minds of people, and then they grow, in disgust because they work the minds in many ways to pull out whatever evils and worldly things that are in their own minds, and then work through behind the eyes of others and get people to do things. And that's why the whole, you ever seen Sumerian hieroglyphs where you would have that, they're trying to pull the pineal gland from the tree, and then you'll see the one with the bird wings and the bird people, and in ancient history they did the same damn thing, you know, and then you'll see the guy with the beard, just look it up, Sumerian, and then look at the pictures in Google, and he's holding a little bag, right? Guess what that means? This is what I interpret it to, is that they get behind the eyes in the mind and get you to do things for them, or get you to do things against another, and work your mind, live in. That's what they call souls. All the soul. But if you have a little Nimrod in there, or a little freaking someone that thinks crazy or whatever, that's not you. That's like what one band, he goes, confess to Jesus, and that old with Tammy Faye and that preacher, he, I mean, really, he made so much money. I mean, look at Joel Osteen. I mean, making all that money. Who else is prospering but them? I mean, some people are snake juice freaking, people are just snakes. I mean, but the religion, I'm kind of iffy on it. I mean, it has some good points in it, good things to walk by, but you got to remember, it's not the Christianity within the Bible, it's the Jewish text within the Bible. Does that make you a Christian or a Jewish? Or you know what I mean? You see that fine line? No, they took whatever, of these different stories and stuff, but it's a good book to look as an example of what's happening today. And if you really look deep into it, you'll find a lot of things in your own personal life, or things that you can look as an example. All my life, I've always looked at people. My dad gave me some advice. He goes, I'm a good example of a bad example. And that right there, I said, you're not that bad of an example, because, I mean, but at the same time, it's like, yes, thank you. And then I started looking at the world and different things, and go, oh, they are a bad example. Maybe I should learn from that. What I'm trying to get at is that, I say, what's up is down. What's going on? What's up as so below. I think that's how it goes. And that's ancient. But the thing is that those are the ones that are the controllers. I mean, they're in drones and whatnot, and that's why our politics are shit. It's a shit show. Look at the winter solstice on the 21st. Look it up on YouTube. It'll give you a better understanding of the, you know, of the sun dying and then resurrecting 3 days after, and then it'll give you an idea. And that's one thing we're a young country, America, that we don't have other understanding, and we're not having understanding with the universe and what ties in with us. I mean, our freaking our DNA is like a xylophone, you know, and if we're not finely tuned, if we're dealing with this technology, you know, because we're addicted to it, you know, you gotta understand, they're pumping up 5G, they're gonna go 6G. You imagine what that does to our cells, you know, and you're wondering why you're depressed, you're angry all the time, you're in this freaking mad rush when you can go, you know, away from the cities and the cell phone towers and someplace and be calmer, go to the islands and be calmer, you know, even though that place is getting whacked out too, but that's only because of the politicians, you know. I mean, they're losing their fucking minds, you know, and it's because of these cats and these drones, and they're like Karens, you know. Freaking, there should be a Karen law, you know. Man Karen Gina. Man Karen Gina is the voices I hear, bitching, whatever I'm doing, bitching. It's like, you know, am I married to you? I mean, did they, you know, get married to me without my consent? Or, oh, look at these glasses. These are these goggles that I cut out and I made them in and put them in glasses. I can put them in any glass. And, I see the green and stuff. See the green, it has pink in it too. And those are the glasses, the nanometers that I was putting together. These are these Russian goggles. Because, you know, you sweat in your eyes, you have no air going through it, and then what happens is you get them all fogged up, and you're like, geez, how did Riddick do it, you know, in the movies, you know? And you're going, oh wow, you know, take this bad boy off. That way I don't look like some tinfoil hat wearing motherfucker. You know, yeah, I wear my helmet every day. I still got a good head of hair, you know, and that one, you know, I'm gonna pick up some titanium. And what's crazy is that's what I was trying to get at. My glasses are crooked, but some titanium, and it's funny. The symbol for titanium is TI. TI, titanium. Holy shit! You know, that's got to mean something, you know. And I swear I sweat all the time. And look what I wear, just so I don't get hacked, gag, or get that fill up where it's just I can't burp and I have this fucking swelling in my belly, and then and plus what this does here. This is brass and copper. This came off a platter, except for I etched in the zodiac all the way around it, so it's 12 all the way around, and did the design with silver little ringlets. I mean, look. I mean, I'm always moisture all the time. You know, head's all sweaty all the time. Freaking, you know, whenever I change the glasses, it freaking scars up. Freaking, I dry out. You know, it's these chemtrails. When you're getting hit with these energy weapons, I mean, it really jacks you up. And I could probably take a break off my armor and then, you know, get to a point where I release or whatnot and relax. And during that middle of that time, I have my armor off, you know. And the only other time I take my armor off is when I take a shower. Shower or you know, and that's the only time I'm vulnerable. I can last a day, but and plus, I mean, I could do my if you're into meditation and as well as projecting, going to the other side to get your answers. Like me, I usually fast and then sleep deprive myself for at least a day, or an evening, and then try to work up to the day. And what I do is I mix with alcohol, and besides I have medication that's a stimulant anyways, and so it don't really matter. You gotta understand, that's why the ancients take ayahuasca and whatever to get connected to the God eye, not to the God eye, because that God eye is a projection and put in your head to block your ways. That's the deceiver. Your connection is through your roots, because we're the roots, and the roots is your DNA. And what we do is we tap into it, with meditation, sleep deprivation, and I add alcohol because it gives me a wide range of mixed thinking, because then I'll switch into a mode of like when you find out like a butterfly, and you'll be like a cocoon, and then you renew and stuff. And with me, I do it comically, because I'll switch around and I'll put my mind in like some foreign accent, or just really getting past the psychopathic anger of these psychos in these drones that like to block our ways. They like to block our ways because what they're doing is trying to get that connection through a computer and trying to find God, to become God. You understand? And what they do is they imitate this and that, and they'll tell you they're God, and they'll freaking make you think that they're God, and this and that and here and there. But I mean, that's what the Bible said. The deceiver, is the angel of light. And that if you're in ancient times and you're looking at a star, and you see the lights, you get heavy lights looking like an angel wings, and angel wings down below. Or if you close your eyes and you see these, it looks like an angel flopping their wings, and sometimes it looks like a bat flopping their wings at night, and they play both sides, trust me. And the one thing we gotta remember is that our connections to our DNA. Our DNA is tapped into to the universe, which is the history of our ancestors. And histories of our ancestors run all the way back as far as caveman, the Anunnaki, freaking, it just runs far. It depends on your race, your creed, and beliefs as well, in your family and your family lineage. We have to know that we go way back. We probably go way back to the times of Moses. And we also got to understand that as a child, these bird people, they put their eye, and they put that red eye inside. When you're having a baby, and looks in, and what it does, it your DNA somehow lines with the soul. I guess it attaches in some way. I saw this on a video, and I'm like, holy shit, That's why, because he's checking out, because he's trying to, kill you, basically. And if you come out like me, almost aware, I mean, I came out breach. I came out butt first, mooning the devil, mooning the god, or these demigods, or whatever the hell they are, these people behind these computers. And after that, it was like, this motherfucker, and yeah, and plus being on top of being an Aries, I mean, they check and see, if you have that certain frequency or something. I don't know the details on that, but he puts in your destiny, or your destiny comes together. These are somewhat of somehow the gatekeepers to go and beyond, and they shut us off, and they put up so much rabbit holes that you don't know whether it's coming or going or where you're at. Belief, if you're Hindu, you have to actually look through all the religions, and on top of that, you have to look at the different nations and their history. You got to look through. I mean, you got to really piece the puzzle together. And then last night, I was looking at the ancient Egyptians, and then I was looking at the hieroglyphs. You know how they flash it, and they don't really show you the whole thing. And you're like, and it's gone. Well, this time I actually read it, and it showed the freaking eye up there, and then the snake, which is the eye is the snake, and then coming into the body, and then taking over some of these rulers at that time, and then that's why they call them living gods. You get it now, and then and it really gets thinks in my head going, wait a minute, we're getting fucked with, getting lit up, getting electronically harassed, and maybe you need to slow down and go, hey, wait a minute. The UV light, the reason why the ancient times was an oasis back then and now is a desert, and I think I've touched base on this before, but is because of the UV light that they were using, because the UV frequencies, they jam into whether to microwave you and try to redirect you because you're out of line, and they want to control you, and this and that and here and there, and then a lot of shit go in your eyes and then give you this UV light to keep you up at night, and you see these little clouds going blue, 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 and then this some people think it's purple, but plus they hit you with UV light to keep you awake, and you're like, what the fuck, and you're being tortured and this and that. You need to look on the other side of the coin, honestly. I know it sucks, I know it's painful, I know it's stressful. You need to unstress yourself, unwind yourself. You need to think of it this way: that UV light will keep you alive through these freaking people trying to depopulate us. It will keep you alive. If you shield it like me, you can rise up and become stronger and walk as a demigod. Walk and be all knowledgeable and dig into things and get where you want to go and learn the knowledge you want to learn and put pieces together when your mind's not freaking monkey mind, you're not tripping out. Because if you shield with the reverse polarity magnet helmet, which is Magneto, and I'm coming up with some new ones that are going to be enlightening as well, and take you further and beyond, not only just rest, but to pulse in with the magnetic power, between its frequency, number one, between the metals, the precious metals that I put in it, and then their radiation or whatever that's putting through is gonna push that metaphysical properties into your brain and enlighten you. It's like this helmet. This one's gonna be covered in titanium, which is, it might finely tune the helmet. And this one, it has about freaking $900 worth of silver, brass and bronze. Now that creates a tune. You gotta understand frequencies and fine tuning our instrument. We're instruments. We're literally instruments. Our DNA is like a xylophone. If you finally tune it with their weapons and stuff, and so this is brass and moon metal, but moon metal brings out And when they microwave me, it gets freaking hot. You know, I mean, you see that my freaking armor is pretty badass, and it, you know, looks like freaking, you know, freaking. I built that thing, and anyways, the movement oil is gonna bring out the heat. Now I'm gonna make another set of armor with titanium and brass and titanium, and to finally tune my chakras to a whole new set of rules, a whole new enlightenment and everything, because I didn't started getting more in tune to my enlightenment until I started shielding my chakras. It's your chakras, not your third eye. They just open up that tunnel. They block it. They block your sight when you close your eyes and you can see everything. You know, because they put this light in your eyes so you can't see the things that you want to see. I already see. I can see with my eyes open. You know, they're all seeing eye and they're traces and everybody just doing whatever. I could see things up above that people can't see and never seen. You know, I mean, I've seen one thing that was the chemtrails are so light and it looked like a pile of ants and like kind of like a craft. You know, and I seen this freaking like this wrapped up mummy type freaking doing a floppy chicken. You know, I mean, I don't know the details on that, but I swear, if this is the invasion of the body snatchers, that really just put it into clearer perspective of what could possibly be going on. But I mean, I haven't told too many people that, but floppy chicken, the size of a body and such a crap, they must have picked someone up and, you know, that's why I say, take Corella, get rid of those heavy metals so it doesn't feel like they're picking you up. Because if you get in a position where you're all by yourself, they might be able to pick your ass up, and next you know, you get an anal probe up your ass. Not me. What I wanted to state, put in your heads, have faith, believe in yourself. Oh shit. Wait until the 21st of October, the winter solstice. Look up in the sky, it's going to look like Alaska or something. You might see some drones falling to the ground. You know, some electrical and magnetic change is going to happen, and maybe, you know, stars might fall. You know, maybe we all might be awakened. Feel a difference in your body. I'm told that you're try not to eat meat 3 days before that. Also, I mean, I ran into a guy that, I mean, you know, I mean, I'm really open to people about what's going on, but I have a better way of viewing this bullshit. And when I talk to people that got skills like I do, well, either if they're like X Games champions, skaters and stuff like that, and freaking, I talk to these people, and they're interested in my shielding. They're like, oh, no way. I was like, dude, I'm gonna order a helmet, and then I want to get, you know, one of your Magneto reverse polarity magnet helmets and stuff. You know, you gotta understand. I can relate to a lot of people. People understand, and if you're out there thinking, hey, nobody's listening because we spent the last 2-3 years going TI day and get everybody to see what's going on and stuff. They weren't ready then. Now they're watching the shit show and the politics. Now's the time to start talking to people, but you gotta talk to them right. You know, I mean, do your research. Do your damn research. Don't just read every fucking conspiracy theorist. I mean, I can really give a fuck about that shit. I mean, yeah, it's happening. People do things with human trafficking, sex rings, and this and that here and there, because they follow the beast. They think they should be doing it, and they think they're in some world of right or some, I don't know what, yeah. But those people will be judged. Don't worry about them. Once people are awakened, it's already happening by itself. And you know, not to give too much credit, but they're exposing, the ones that mess with us. I mean, they're exposing people that are like that. If you don't have that much sin in your life and you're being targeted because it's a revenge thing, hey, that's some freaking punk kids freaking put some revenge together, and they're really in a hot seat to freaking making money, as much as they can, and they got out of scope too. They're out of line too, is because you know um, you get sucked in, and you're up all the time because you're addicted to being inside people's heads and playing your little game, and and you got Minecraft up there in the skies. You get drug in. So sleep deprivation, the frequencies that are flashing back from targeting someone, hitting with UV, that comes back, that damages as well. On top of the psychosis that happens, it mixes, and then it becomes where you got power mixed into the idea of what you want to achieve, that would make themselves as gods. But then when when you go to that level, and then you start really shitting on the history of the bird people in the ancient times, and because your idealism is just far too fetched. You're not the ones to judge humanity. It's just the Bible knew that your psychosis would get to that level where you just start railroading everybody. And I seen that in people that are up all like fucking 3, 4, 6 fucking days doing fucking dope, and you're like, whoa, all right, right on, man. I mean, good luck, and you want to get out of there as fast as you can, or you don't want to hang out around that, because that person's freaking out there, and it's scary. And when I'm sure with people that are dealing with people in this that are actually so-called thinking they're running the program up there, and thinking, oh, the architect, and this and that. It's like, no, I mean, you have a mass amount of people in these drones, and running for one goal, doing mass tasks, and every mind of the world. Your mind's gonna fucking go into ideas and thoughts freaking you would not believe, and you see the psychosis in it, and they overboard everything, and then they're only told one thing when they're targeting a target, when they're going, he's just a piece of shit, do you even know me, and then they just freaking go overboard, just making everything worse, even on themselves, because they're going through damage as well. I've been studying ever since I created TASB Research and Development. I research and I put everything in scientifically, medically, psychologically, and then I noticed the TIs and that came in the same time as I was, and how far some think they're going to come back after they die. These ones think that they're going to live in a computer. I mean, it's like, wow. And then I see myself falling back, and then and really watching the world and everyone else go forward in this technology, in this mind entrapment, in this hive mind shit, whatever the fuck you want to call it, and their thinking and ideas are way far-fetched, you know. And then what, you know, I play along with this sometimes, and sometimes I really go out there in my mind just to really get a touch to what their seriousness is in their mind. Are they create a facade, or are they actually thinking the shit? You know, and I'll go on the Rob train, you know, and really put up a show, which is, I should be in Hollywood. I'm funny as fuck, but you know, I mean, you know, but that really helps you to have the understanding to notice these things that are highly you know, are fine-lined. The thing is that life is common sense, you know, and to actually, you know, have yourself always come down to zero, you know, and step back and look at yourself, step back and look at what's going on, you know, and use common sense. It's easy, you know. You could probably figure everything out, and if you had your minds healed, you know, I guarantee their brains are just as close as damaged as yours. I know you're going like, what, Rob? Why you're siding with these perps? Rah! They don't know. They don't quite know. They don't know that the chemtrails are really drying out the earth, and the chemtrails are really causing global warming. Yeah, it's true. You know, it's drying out the world. It's creating humidity to the glaciers, and the glaciers fall into the ocean. That's what happened to the Black Sea. There was no Black Sea until it was created by the chemtrails they're putting up back then in the ancient times. That's why it's a barren desert. They're doing it to everywhere else. Mother Earth, nature, creation will always right itself, and it always will flip any evil that's done to the universe's way of doing things. It's like it will right itself. It will line it back up and just do the was it the 3-2-1 idea? I can't remember what theory that is, but it's like a shell. You know how it spirals? It's life. You know, that's the universe. But it's funny. They try to kill us, but the only thing that's gonna really get to us is if we kill ourselves. And don't do that. Don't. Stick it out. You know, just think about it this way. Your suffering will make you stronger. Their UV and their bullshit will make you stronger and adapted, because shocking the body always proves that it will live longer and its immune system will be stronger than a mind and a body that's left alone or barely even touched. It's the natural cycle of a man who gets up and works,